Here we are, people, with a movie review. One of the first movie reviews for M.S.S for Life Coaching Solutions, where we strive to provide a values-driven experiential approach to life coaching. I got my Organifi green and gold here. This is an M.S.S for Life Coaching Solutions production. And this is our first movie review. We're going to review the movie, the Dahmer series, which can be found on Netflix. And before I get started, I just wanted to really take a moment to acknowledge the lives that were lost in this historic tragedy and the families who have to re-experience the horrors of this situation. So before we get started, I'd just like to take a quiet time to acknowledge the family members that are still alive or anybody who may have been affected by this tragedy. Thank you. And in reviewing this movie, I just didn't realize how many different layers there are to this movie. Not only is it an excellent movie to consider behavior change and personality disorders, the mind, or the things that go into the making of a serial killer, but it also addresses the horrors of criminal injustice, racial injustice, gender differences, some of the things that go on in the prison system, and so many other different layers. So what we're going to do here is take a look at or a review of episode 10. And I think the main character in this particular clip that we're going to review is Glenda Cleveland. She is, which is played by Nicey Nash. She does an excellent job in this particular series, and I'm expecting an Emmy nomination for her, and Evan Peters as well, who plays Jeffrey Dahmer. Excellent acting, but she talks about the struggle with forgiving Jeffrey Dahmer. And so this is the clip we're going to take a look at today. And I'm not going to talk too much longer, but here we go.
Father, that you are loving, merciful, and just. We ask that we may practice mercy and forgiveness in our own lives, as you have shown mercy and forgiveness to us.
Now, I picked this particular clip, of course, because M.S.S for Life has an online course called Forgiveness, 11 Steps to Forgiveness, the Foundation for Forgiveness. So we're going to listen to a little bit more about Glenda's challenge with forgiveness.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Spirit.
She's good. About to have a second.
Praise the Lord. Boy, girl.
We fix it about next week.
So, what do you want to see?
What you said closing about forgiveness, showing mercy. All is the question. We all have function. Yes. It's not grace. Good make up.
So really, really powerful. Glenda is just struggling now. At this particular point, she has moved back into the building after being cleared out of the building. All of the police proceedings have happened, and there are still residents in the building who can't afford, I guess, to find a place to stay, and so they are still living there. And she's smelling the smell of the dead bodies, and so it's just awakening all that she has gone through. And she's having a hard time forgiving this man. And there's a lot that goes on in this particular, in episode 10. It's really interesting how they approach Christianity and the whole process of being forgiven and being saved and pardoned of sins. And so she's struggling with forgiveness. And the first step in forgiveness for the online course is considering the facts. And so she is still not in a place where she's ready to move to the second step in forgiveness, which is proceeding with open-mindedness and optimism. She is not open-minded and optimism about what this man has done. So let's listen a little bit more to what she has to say. So the quality of acting, I mean, round of applause for Nicey Nash. She is channeling the what this particular character, Glenda Cleveland, what she felt. She talks about her heart being filled with hate. And that's really one of the reasons why I feel that forgiveness is important, because once it infects the heart, it infects your thoughts, your behaviors, and other interactions that you might have in your life. So really powerful scene here. So let's continue watching.
Making them big of mercy. I'm so sad. I can get past these mountains and go for here. I can stop giving inventions.
She talks about wanting to get past the feelings. And so she, evidently is still stuck at the first step, considering the facts. She's not ready to proceed with an open mind and optimism. And so the third step is recognizing the repeated patterns. Now, character of Glenda in this story, she is not a violent woman. So for her to want to do something, to her neighbor, which is Jeff Dahmer, is really serious. That's the intensity to which a lack of forgiveness can affect an individual. So let's listen to a little bit more of what she has to say. Powerful. She talked about, the hate and anger changing her, definitely changing her. So after recognizing the repeated patterns, we move on to the G in forgiveness, which is gratitude. And obviously she is not in a place where she is ready to proceed with the steps, with the foundation. But I just think it's amazing that she just, conveys the intensity of this emotion with such convincing skill.
You have a big heart, which can be both and the curse. And you have every right to feel those feelings and think those thoughts.
But do I make them stop?
All you can do is pray for strength and ask for God's guidance every day.
So I want to differ with the Reverend here. It was Easy for Life Coaching Solutions does have a plan, the foundation for forgiveness. And so, I know I'm reaching a little bit far, and I don't think, Glenda would be willing to sit down and listen or participate in an online course with the intensity of emotion that she has surrounding this experience. Now, this particular scene, episode 10, is after this man, Jeff Dahmer, has invited her into his house to try and talk her out of filing a complaint with the property manager. And in the course of doing this, he offers her a sandwich that's could be possibly made out of human meat. So she is not in a good place at all about what she is feeling about Jeff Dahmer, as we can see. Let's listen a little bit more to hear what she has to say.
Just takes time. And then one day, maybe in months from now, maybe it is. It was in Jeffery Dahmer Story somewhere.
So really, really, really powerful scene. I just want to wrap it up and say that forgiveness is a really important element in the process of human interaction, human existence. It's a barrier for a lot of people. Personally, it's been a barrier for myself, which is one of the reasons why I've created this particular course. But this episode, season 1, episode 10 from the Dahmer series, shows Glenda Cleveland, character Glenda Cleveland, which is portrayed by Nicey Nash, struggling with forgiveness. So let me know your thoughts about this particular scene, what you thought about the series. And then again, in your review, just keep the families who lost family members to this tragedy in your good thoughts, and continue to wish them all the best and send them your kindness and support. This is another MZZ for Life Coaching Solutions movie reaction video, and I want to thank you for taking the time out to listen today.